No.
Right. Looks like we are live. I don't know if you can really see the pigs or not, but all
A
right.
little bit.
Are you gonna sit down, babe?
I was waiting to make sure that you could see the
Why is it
pigs.
tilted down so much? Okay. All right. We'll just wait. You just come sit down, babe. All right. So we want to give another update on Sebastian, and it seems like some people on Facebook felt like we did not do a good job of explaining what happened to Sebastian, who is our rooster who was really badly injured yesterday. We posted a couple pictures of him recovering, so we will just kind of quickly go over. I see a mohawk happening here. The situation. So thank you, first of all, to everyone who has reached out with sending nice comments and being supportive. And again, we apologize that we were not able to answer a lot of comments yesterday and today. We were really focused on just making sure that Sebastian was going to survive and setting up kind of a recovery room for him and just being very worried about Sebastian. Hey, Alina. What happened? Sebastian, our rooster, was attacked or got into a fight with one of our female turkeys, who he's had a long-standing, I guess you could call it, sorry, it's hard to be behind me at this point, a blood feud with. We're not sure exactly how it happened, except that our female turkey, who just absolutely hates Sebastian, and her two babies got into the area where the roosters were when we had gone to say goodbye to Ryan's daughter, who was going off to college. And what we think happened is that the babies, call them babies, they're about 6 months old, were kind of exploring, and they found a way to jump in through like a little hole that Jenna had made with her head, because she's Jenna. And they had gotten in there with him, and when we got back, we saw that Sebastian was unconscious completely. Ryan went to go pick him up, and Tia was basically like still like beating up his head. It seems like the only place where he's really had injuries are on his head. He had like a couple of feathers pulled elsewhere, but basically his head is so swollen now. He still can't open his eyes fully, which like one of them you could see like kind of a tiny slit, and the other one is still just completely swollen shut. So we're still waiting to get a look.
See slit.
I know, I noticed that. I think the swelling could still be going on, so it definitely makes sense that there's still residual swelling. So yeah, I saw the same thing. So basically both of his eyes are shut. But the greatest news that we had was this morning we heard him crow. And I heard him crow several times throughout the day, so that was music to my ears to know that he was actually able to crow. He's still been sleeping basically like all day, just recovering. We brought his best friend Jareth in just for a little bit. Jareth witnessed the attack, so some people were wondering why Jareth was traumatized. Jareth is his best friend and saw this happening to Sebastian, so and also saw Ryan carry off Sebastian into the house looking basically dead. We thought he was dead. Luckily he was just unconscious.
I just want to add a little confusion. It's much like at the end of Conspiracy Theory.
No.
When Mel Gibson's character is dying.
So we brought Jareth in to see his best friend and see that he was alive. And it was cute. Sebastian kind of like stood up for a second, and like he didn't want to see his friend to see him, like to think that he was okay, where he was like, it looks worse than it is, man. So that was good also to see that in him. So we had to give him some more medication today. The vet did it yesterday. We were on our own today doing it. Ryan did the injections, or we went under, gave him subcutaneous fluids, which is like under his skin, which when you have like a ton of feathers is like really hard to find. So fortunately or unfortunately, Sebastian is still pretty weak and tired, so he didn't really put up too much of a fight. If he were healthy, he would have been like basically assaulting us. He did try to bite Ryan when he put him back in his little crate. So we also did have some people offer crates. We would love that. Things can be dropped off at our sanctuary. There's like a front yard area where things can be donated. If you do drop something off, just leave a note or send us a message if you want a receipt for it, and we can send you a receipt. So we've got him set up with, or we've got a slightly bigger crate that we're gonna try putting him into tonight.
Well, and let us
Give him a
know
little
if you're
space.
coming, just so we make sure we don't, because otherwise I'm bound to like back up over it or something. So just so we know it's there.
Oh yeah, don't put it in the driveway. Put it like in the front yard. Like,
Well, yeah, just
Yeah.
message.
or just message, because you check messages all the time.
At least then they're like not responsible.
I'm not responsible anyway. So, okay, so that is what happened. We just wanted to get that out because we had some people that were upset on Facebook trying to figure out what the heck had happened to this rooster who looks like he was in Rocky IV. I'm gonna let movie references be acceptable.
No. Shut down.
Okay, sorry, I'm just glad Sebastian's better. Thank you so much, Kevin. Yeah, we are too. He still looks pretty terrible, so every time I look at him, I'm like, oh my gosh, is he okay? But we know that he was crowing.
He
I
looks
haven't
like
heard
a
him.
burn victim. Like, looks like his
I'm gonna
head
come
caught
closer.
on fire. Well, you could like maybe tilt it up. I don't know. Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you're just like so
It's
far
just-
away. I
It's
don't
just
know why.
complicated. You can't do that. It'll
Yeah.
end up coming. No, don't. It won't work. It'll just pull out.
Oh, thank you so much, Alina. We so appreciate that. Yeah, we got someone from Russia. I don't know how to tilt that up.
It's okay. Yeah, you have
Okay.
to go behind it and twist it. Sorry.
Okay, well, I don't know.
What you did works.
Not really. Okay. So Alina had mentioned was something we talked about last night on our live is we have an oxygen tank at home, which has been an amazing investment. One thing that when birds are kind of going through a crisis is they often need oxygen to help them kind of get through that crisis. So one of the things that we've run into over and over again is we've got a bird who really needs to go to the vet, but a stressful car ride and no oxygen could potentially kill them. So getting them stable at home on oxygen is better. It would be great if we had the option to have oxygen that we could travel with. So if we had to switch between vets' offices, which has come up before, especially with birds, it's really hard to find in like an emergency situation somewhere to be able to take them. So it would be nice if we had some oxygen to take. So there are like transportable like oxygen options. So that's one thing that we are trying to fundraise for, so we can not be in a situation where we're having to choose between getting to an emergency vet or making sure that they can breathe. So we would love to have donations. I think it's going to be a few $100s. We are able to get a rescue discount from the place that sells them, so I'm not sure how much that is, but it's pretty pricey. But I think just our investment of having the oxygen concentrator has been
Yeah. Did they?
enormously helpful. So,
Was there a message from them today?
oh, I don't know. Was there?
I don't know. I saw
Uh-huh.
something, but I wasn't sure.
Sorry. You want to come up and
No.
you're just sitting there with your.
I'm just the man in the background. Like, I want people to have theories about what I'm doing,
Okay.
about who I am.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to lift these up. So, go ahead.
You just have to twist that middle thing. It's really hard. Let me do it. You go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I want us to see these beautiful pigs.
Yeah,
right
like,
now, don't I?
I'll take it off and if I can get it off. Man, what happened? How did it get on there so tight?
I haven't
Dude.
heard Sebastian for a while. I want to go check on him.
All right, if I could just spin this off. I didn't want
Okay, we can just leave it.
I didn't want to spin everyone around.
Well, you are, so.
I'm spinning them.
Yeah.
I was trying not to.
It's
Sorry,
okay,
everyone.
Why don't you just leave it?
It's off. All right, ignore my face for a minute here.
How can
Well-
you ignore that face? Now our sign is actually going to make sense too.
All right, it was supposed to be, we're watching something about some satanic rituals, so it, it was gonna
We don't
be.
need to say that.
the backwards. I mean, we're not like learning. We're not like students of it. We're just watching a documentary. Just to be clear. Sorry, everyone on.
Of live streams.
Oops. I just loved my own face on accident. I was trying to spin it around. What? Why are we gonna get banned? There we go.
Because you can't not talk about inappropriate topics that are gonna get flagged by their AI systems when we're live.
Really? Thought it was an innocent enough topic. All right.
The pigs are not at all worried.
So now we are facing the right direction. But yeah, so Sebastian is. I feel like I should like show everybody poor Sebastian. You know. Just,
no, he's resting.
Well, you wanted to check on him, so I was like, I could just go check on him. All right. All right. I'm gonna bother him, but. All right. So, oh, son of a mother.
What?
I keep meaning to turn the ad off, but I mean it's only gonna do like $1, so it's fine. But it's just still required me to say son of a mother. So, all right, now I've got this. All right. So, other than that, Jenna has her horns casted, one might say.
Yeah, Jonah's getting horn covers. Tomorrow we are going to Bionic Pets to get Quincy's special shoe. Quincy's our turkey who had toe amputation surgery this year. And he's only got 2 toes instead of 3, so Bionic Pets is this really cool place. They have like a TV show too. He makes prosthetics for like elephants and like a rhino. I think like emus, like everybody. Dogs is there's a lot of dogs. So he's making a special shoe for Quincy, and one thing that Ryan asked him about when we were up there with Quincy getting his initial casting was, would you be able to make horn covers? And Derek's the guy from Bionic Pets, his face like lit up, and he was like, I've always wanted to make horn covers. And so then him and Ryan were talking about like, should they put skulls on it, or like what like, what fun things would be on said horn cover. So skulls would not be my first choice, but hey, I'm gonna let Ryan have the choice on that. So Ryan did the casting tonight, so we can take it with Quincy to his appointment tomorrow. So what are you thinking now for design?
For the tips, I don't know, maybe heart.
Put something on the tips, like swords. I think for
hearts.
We're going sweet now.
Yeah, because she's an angel.
Maybe you should do halos.
I wonder if you could do that. Make things that float, like little silicone halos that just float detached.
Well, yeah. I mean, it could have like a little, they have a little stick.
Is it 2026 or is this 1932? Like, we should be able to make things hover above the horns.
I'm not sure that hovering horn covers are a thing yet, but maybe by 2036. I don't know. We can ask. When he anticipates.
Ooh, Alina makes a good point. Jenna's a queen, so we could do crowns or tiaras or I don't know what queens wear.
When he had the covers on, there was like a little piece, like because it's like this wrap that you put around that you get wet and you put around it, and there's a piece coming off, and it looked like.
Did you have to get it wet last time?
Yeah.
Oh, this time it was like wet.
I thought you said you read the instructions.
I watched the video, but this stuff was just the self-wetting, and you just like spun it around, and it was like.
That's why it looked so loose. Okay, I was wondering about that. Oh, hopefully.
It didn't need to be wet. Didn't you, like we had like a.
Looser than it did when that's what I commented like. Oh, this looks different.
All right, hold this.
We don't need to go into.
No, we gotta hold it. You gotta hold it. I gotta see because now I'm wondering.
Gosh. This is what I deal with, you guys. But anyway, Alina was saying that it looked like one of like the pointy princess hats, and so I was thinking of like kind of the same thing. That's what she said. What was that in response to, Grace? Because that was hilarious. Ooh, whoever that was on Instagram, come back on Thursday. Thursday night's gonna be your night. Thursday night is the night we do our troll bingo, where when people typically on YouTube like to join the live and say interesting things. We all have bingo cards, and
Oh, so
it'll
there's
be
two
fun.
different kinds. There's the hard casting.
Oh, the self-wetting thing.
this
That's
is
funny,
the
Grace.
This
What?
is the soft casting, or this is the hard casting. Did you do a hard casting and a soft casting last time?
I don't know what you're talking about. There was one.
You just like opened it up and then you soaked it and then you wrapped it.
Yeah.
So this one.
You were there. We did it together. You might.
Did you do one that didn't require soaking?
No.
This one didn't require soaking. The other one does. So there's two kinds.
Oh. Okay.
But,
So
anyway,
you did.
these
So
are-
you did one of each.
No, I thought they were all four the same. I was like, oh, you just gave us a bunch of extra. But anyway, so this is what it looks like when Jenna's.
Do you want to come a little closer?
I do. But hopefully I did it right. I mean, it's like just gonna have to sit on our horns. It's not like a, like prosthetic. Like it just has to like wrap her horns nicely, like this.
There you go. That is. But they're gonna be.
Yeah, that's
halos.
the right way too. Oh, I wonder if you can make me a horn helmet, like a silicone horn helmet, where Jenna and I have the same horns.
Oh, that would be so cool. Where you have like matching horns, like you can finally take Jenna on. All right. Well,
Although I
don't
need
play
it-
with those. Those are
I
not
need
not for toys. Those were.
I need it to be the same
For her
width
horns.
as her head. I might have to measure from horn to horn and let
That's
him know,
true.
But we'll ask him. Uh-oh, so there's some of Jenna's hair.
How'd that happen?
Yeah,
Alina agrees with the matching horns.
that would be awesome. Like, it's now my dream. Yeah.
Looks like a football fan kind of thing. The
I want
Vikings.
to put these over here just so we don't forget them.
Yeah, remember earlier when I said make sure you put those somewhere you won't forget them.
I do, that's why I said so we won't forget. Let's reiterate.
That's right.
All of that.
The
kind of-
pigs are, I know this is going to shock everybody, that they are sleeping as usual. Oh, we have a vote for bows.
Oh, that would be cute. I do just want to say, for the record,
These changeable ones.
when you hand it to me, I get up. I value good camera work. You sit there.
Aren't you the one that said that you have, like, you can't possibly hold still? I mean, like, can't stop talking with your hands and shaking. Parkinson's. Someone said you had Parkinson's.
Mm.
Holding the camera.
No. I mean, like, I stand up when I'm, like, sitting there too close to, like, do good camera work.
Oh, but we weren't too close. Was it getting close up with the pigs while they're sleeping? It's adorable.
Laziness. It's just...
Come back on Thursday, Ryan.
Oh, dear. I'm sorry to everyone out there that, comes here thinking cinematography and is
That's why
handed...
people come is for the cinematography.
Gray said, "Who unloads the dishwasher more?" By a by
Take
an
that question back.
by a ratio of maybe 200 to every one time. Me.
That's excessive.
I feel like it is exact.
I did not do it yesterday because we had a traumatic situation. I
So
did not do it today because we had a traumatic situation.
Mallory doesn't like to do it.
I did it the day before though.
She has done it more recently. Like, I still hold the record.
You hold the record, but I have been much better about it. It's a little bit of a sore subject, Grace. So
Ask about some more chores, Grace. Please. Keep those chores a-coming.
I think we can find other things to talk about. What else is going on in comments? You look really absorbed in comments. So.
Mireille said, "How's Sebastian?"
Hey, Gary. He's doing okay. We gave him his meds, and he's been sleeping. He's still not eating, but that's probably to be expected. And I don't know if he's drinking water, but he's getting subcutaneous fluids. Keep him going. Brian is doing like amazing cinematography right now. He's like.
Oops,
gliding
then my
around
hand just slid.
today.
I want to get one of those, like, devices that rolls on the floor, and I can, like, shift and roll, so it just, like, smoothly, like, does, like, the... Everyone let me know if I'm creating that effect despite my Parkinson's.
Anyway, Sebastian.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Thank you. We're all here for your cinematography. But no, Sebastian's doing okay. I really, really want to go peek at him. I haven't. He was crowing today.
Keep going. Keep going. This is what people are here for. They don't want to just like.
They don't want to hear how Sebastian's doing.
They want to hear, but they want to like have visual stimulation as they're doing it.
Save me from So it's probably normal at this point for Sebastian not to be feeling hungry. I think he probably had a concussion, so he's just like really recovering. Unfortunately, his eyes seem a little more swollen. Like the one that was slightly open before is like pretty swollen shut. So I can't even like be serious.
Why?
When you're doing that.
Is it the intent?
Talk about something really serious.
It is
It
the.
seems like I'm taking Sebastian's health lightly, and I'm not. Like I take it very seriously.
Grace said that she, considering rewatching Lost, and that I look forward to this every night, and my fiance judges. Oh wait, no. Sorry. I look forward to this every night, my fiance judges. LOL.
For this, watching for this every night. You need to bring your fiance.
Yeah.
Maybe he would like realize how fun we are to hang out with. I'm just saying, like these adorable pigs. You know. What's your fiance's name again? I feel like did we ask that?
I don't think so.
What's your fiance's name?
That's a good question.
We're just gonna start talking to him. Like,
Yeah.
we'll start like talking about him, like he's here, like he's like our friend, and then he'll have no choice but to join us.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so Sebastian is still on the mend, but I feel an overwhelming need to go like peek at him because I've not looked at him.
Are you feeling hungry right now? Because someone suggests that you eat the pog, and I don't know what the pog is, but maybe, just maybe.
Oh, pogs are those things like we had in like elementary school.
They like pop up.
They were like the little like round like I don't know if they were like cardboard or what they were. If you would have them, I don't even know what you're supposed to do with them.
Yeah.
But I like got a few. Like I think my parents like got me some. I don't know, but like I never did anything. And you're supposed to like trade them, but I like would never like trade because I don't like to get rid of like things that I have. So yeah, I don't know. But I don't think you can eat them though, unless there's new ones that I've not heard about.
Grace says, "I think he thinks I'm going to join your cult," and his name's Kevin.
Kevin, she's already joined.
Yeah.
Sorry. The
And
best thing for you to do is just to come along.
yeah.
You know?
By the way, everyone, we need you to wake up at 6 o'clock every morning. We need you to not eat anything all day.
Send us a text message.
And at midnight.
That's
Gonna
so
have your-
boring. Like,
I know.
Let's just follow like the same stuff. Like we need to be different. We're gonna be the nice cult.
Okay. All
We
right.
just don't need animals.
Yeah.
Hang out with us at night. That's it. You know.
It's true. And
Those are really all. That's really
you
all.
have a high value of cinematography.
Ugh. You are making me laugh though, which I appreciate. I have not been in a good mood tonight.
She hasn't.
I can say why.
Vouch for her.
I was like, oh, I should probably go and respond to comments. And Facebook came up, and there were like all these new comments on Sebastian's post, and I don't know. Can I just let it out?
You?
Can I just let it out? Is that okay?
Sure.
I don't. What is wrong with people? Like people are angry because they didn't see the whole story on Sebastian, and they're like really angry that we're not responding to comments about it. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure our rooster lives. Like I'm not on Facebook responding to comments. And then they didn't like our video last night, which. I mean, the story was a little bit winding, so I can understand how people may have gotten a little bit.
But that's the fun of it. Like,
but people are just so.
it's so much
now.
more interesting
like,
if
my
like.
rooster almost died, and you're like leaving nasty comments because you can't figure out what happened to him. Like, then don't pay attention. I don't know. Like, either wait or like move on with your life. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm trying to make sure that.
Fiona backs you up.
Thank you, Fiona.
Ooh, Grace said, and I know the answer. My question is, if you had to join a famous cult, which one would it be? And I think we can say definitively, since Mallory always wants to write Keith Raniere in jail.
No. I did consider just because he was in Arizona, but that's a very personal. I have an answer to that. I believe, and now my memory is rusty, but I think it was like Heaven's Gate or something. Are you gonna do the splits? Ryan's doing the splits.
I just try to entertain you.
So there was one where a bunch of them did end up dying at the end, so that was like sad. But they thought they were like going into like space or heaven. But I feel like, and if someone's seen this and they can correct me, then I'm willing to be corrected. But I feel like they were like a pretty nice cult, where like people left and weren't like shunned, or like you didn't like. I don't think it was like, I think people voluntarily like did some like really weird stuff and had weird beliefs, but I don't remember it being like a mean cult where they like stole their money or like starved them.
She said Heaven's Gate, yeah.
Huh?
She said Heaven's Gate, yeah.
So I feel like I would have opted out of the like drinking poison at the end or like whatever, but you know. What would you choose, Ryan?
It's like got a crazy name, but it's like there's like these semi cross-dressing men who, yes,
you can't
and
just make one up.
no, and
just make up your dream cult right now and then describe it. Go ahead.
And like they're very insistent upon everyone telling them everything, like, and then they like assign them tasks, and it's like I think it's cataholics, something like that. They're like addicted to cats, maybe, I don't know.
How do you know about this cult?
It's just a joke. I was just using Catholics and separating out cat and holics, and then giving some brief descriptions of the priests. I don't know. You know, like confession, want to know everything. I don't know. There you go.
Okay. All right. Anyway.
No offense to everyone that is Catholic. I was just making a play on the name.
Yeah, let's have you just work on cinematography.
I will get back to cinematography.
Get back to your cinematography. Anyone else have any other questions? Any questions on Sebastian? Oh yeah, if you are one of the people that was on Facebook,
I'm pretending like it's on a pendulum now.
Mean, very mean. The other thing is I started to get snippy back with people in the comments, which we like really try not to do, because obviously it's like, you know, we just want to be kind and above all of that, but Ryan's better than that, and I am. I get very emotional, so I start getting snippy with people. And then I realized I need to stop responding to comments because, one, I'm getting more angry, and I'm getting in a worse mood, and Ryan is getting more scared of me. And
it's true.
I'm starting to lose my ability to respond professionally to these people. And then there were people commenting about the Quincy post. And this made me so mad. This guy, so the Quincy petition, which if you don't know what that is, Chewy will not give any prescribed medication prescribed by a veterinarian. They will not fill it if it's for what they consider not a family member, what they consider a food animal. So even though Quincy is a beloved family member, they just said, nope, we won't give him medication that the veterinarian has sent a prescription for. CVS does it, other pharmacies do it, whatever. So there was a guy that commented and was like, oh, I'm like in veterinary school. I didn't read all the details of this, but here's all the reasons why, like, and then gives this like opinion about it. And I was so mad because I'm like, don't comment on something. Like, there's no need for you to comment on it if you don't want to read the details and try to like, you know, state yourself as like an expert. Like, just move along. And then he was like, well, I'm sorry, I don't have time to read all this. And I was like, that's fine, but don't comment on it. Like, no one's making you read this. Like, just don't. You don't need to leave your 2 cents on everything when you won't even bother to read the details. Which I put very, like, descriptive details in the petition to, like, very clearly explain the issue. So, thank you. Thank you, my soapbox.
Yeah. Grace said, F Chewy.
I like it. I like the energy. I like the energy. And then the other thing is, I'm not
and Alina said, Miley, don't even bother. I don't even engage. I ghost and ignore.
That's true. I need to do more of that. My other, like, soapbox thing is that people keep saying, oh, but Chewy does so many, like, good things for...
Oh, and Mireille said, ugh, literally shut up.
Yeah.
No, about you, I think. No, it continues. He's probably not even in vet school.
He's probably not. He's probably, like, in his parents' basement. But there's anything wrong with that if you live in your parents' basement. But, so the other thing that bothers me...
Alina literally just said, a basement dweller.
You know.
And Dolly Rama said, yes, F Chewy.
I appreciate that. People will say, oh, like, you're gonna, like, Chewy does so many good things for rescues and, like, you know, nonprofits and all these things for animals, and, you know, just because it's one issue, you shouldn't bring them down. This is the reason why people in power, companies, just because they do something good or just because a person does something good does not mean that we just give them a free pass on whatever they do, because that's how like terrible things happen that don't get addressed and just go on happening. Like if there is something that is harmful that's happening, like it needs to be addressed regardless of if that person or company also has done good things. Like it doesn't mean that we just ignore.
I believe it was said best by Shipboy, or if you watch it on social media, he was called Poop Boy to you make him more. But he said, "If not me, then who? And if not now, then when?" In reference to his picking up poop. And if you have not seen the Poop Boy documentary that we made with my son back when he was our poop picker upper, I feel like it applies. Go ahead. Back
Thank
to
you. For
you.
introducing that story. That was really helpful. Yeah. I just think I really don't think that. I think it's very harmful to like protect things because they also have like some good to them, because everybody hopefully has good to them, but it just allows like really harmful things to continue going on.
Oh, and it's also the idea of good enough, or it's
Exactly.
close. It's like when people tell me, like if I say, "Oh, I like this politician," like, "Oh, they don't have a chance of winning," and it's like, but I like that politician, and we should vote for who we like, not for the turd that we think has a chance to win.
I mean, there's arguments to be made, but I think it's more, my point was more about not excusing bad things, because I think we
Alina
have to think
says,
of lots of examples.
exactly, even serial killers have good traits.
Exactly. I think we can think of a lot of situations where politicians, people in power, have done some really bad things, and everyone has forgiven them because they've really helped people in their career, or they have been mentors in music, or they have, whatever reason. There's all these things that they're really important.
Are you busting on Diddy? Is that what this is about?
Example, right?
Is this
that
just
say,
you
well,
busting on
good
Diddy?
reasons. He's my hero. He's my inspiration. So we ignore the fact that he's like doing all these really terrible things, right? And we see how that works out. So I think it's really a harmful like perception to have that.
Hold on.
That's what we should do.
I want to share the most important comment we've got tonight.
Yes.
Grace has said, "You guys talking about the turkey being sick and you being so worried about him touched me. I think I'll give up turkey, and you also made me consider going vegan."
That is a wonderful comment.
So
I'm just gonna take a minute to like
absorb it.
That's a really nice comment. I really appreciate that. Hearing that from people is what makes like all this like adversity and animosity and like fight like worthwhile, to know that like we can, hopefully reach people and let them see what animals are really like.
And Alina and Mireille are both excited about it as well. But yeah, no, that's awesome. Like that is, as a cult and a cult leader, we are
really like
always
those
thrilled.
Are the things that like hearing that from people like genuinely gives us the power to go on with our life. Like, I know that sounds like extreme, but it's like there's a lot of like really hard things that like I think we have to hear and go through, and so people being like, wow, like you or your animals like made a difference in the way I think, like that really is like, I don't know.
Alina wants to share she loves our cult, and Mireille said the work you guys do matters so much. All the love and advocacy you guys share truly makes an impact. And I wanted to say, Grace said, your love for the animals versus seeing them in the grocery store is so sad. So, yeah, like that is, and I think that's my hope. I always say to people when they come on a tour, I really hope that when you go to the grocery store and say you grab a gallon of milk, you're thinking, oh, I just met Jenna. They were going to shoot her because she was infertile and couldn't make milk. And then be like, okay, that's the connection. Because I think I heard an interesting thing, and I believe it was about, I think it was about George W. Bush. Like, I was listening to it. Follow with me here. And someone was talking about how, like, when you have the nuclear codes and a nuclear situation might erupt, there's this idea of like, oh, how many might die? But the reality is, like someone was saying, I showed him like basically a little girl that lived in this place and said, she's going to die if we do this. And that makes it real. So when you're making that decision, and I think that's the sort of the.
No, that actually made sense and came back around.
It's weird. Everyone's chanting 4 more years about Bush. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, and so I think like veganism really is probably best described in like I like to think of it this way because it is sort of like this poison that like gets in you, and once it gets in you it just keeps like seeping through the system
Yes.
because it's like you're like, wait, that didn't make sense and that doesn't feel good and that's not how I think of, the world should be. Sorry. Yeah, I talk with my hands. Sorry, Evan. But like the more you start thinking about it, the more it starts to like poison sort of your view of the world because you're like, well, you know, okay, let's just start considering all these things that are happening. And so, I don't know. It just gets, yeah. Someone is saying that we're lying. We're lying. I don't know.
What are you lying about?
I don't even know. So, and
I
Grace.
swear, I don't feel like anything we said was.
I know. It was even like,
I'm
yeah.
like really curious.
Grace said, exactly. I love my dog with all my heart, and I would go vegan in a second if it was my dog. Was a dog, so. Yeah, and I mean, I think that's the thing for, like, a lot of people that meet our animals. Like, I mean, Jenna seems to have probably the most profound effect on people where they meet
Which
her.
is surprising because she's
And she's she really is a butthole. But like people are just like, oh, that's like a giant puppy that may have just like knocked me over or
she's
just
like you.
mm,
She, you know what? I just
lovable
realized
asshole.
She's like charming. She learned from you how to be like mischievous, but be like charming. So people are like, oh, okay, like she's just like you. That's why you guys are best friends. Like she
Probably.
Really is like a little mini you.
She is basically Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon. But yeah, so I mean I think that is thank you, Astro Watsapon. I don't know, I probably said that totally wrong. But yeah, so I think it just gets in you, and then like the more you learn, the more you want to learn because you're like, oh, this can't be right. And then like I know when
like,
we
no one would look at this face and want to hurt her. Like no one reasonable. If you would look at Charlotte and be like, oh, I want to like, I'm hungry.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, you start to think like, oh, I wouldn't want to hurt Charlotte. And then you read about like, oh, these pigs live in sheds for 6 months, never see, daylight, have like basically no entertainment. They're crammed body to body, so they cut off their tails, they cut out their front teeth, and that's their life when they're as smart as, 4-year-olds. It's like it really is like taking the 4-year-old and putting them in, an elevator for life. So
Look at this pig. Look how cute she is.
she is pretty cute. So yeah, it's just
Look what she lets me do. She's just like
it like gets in your soul.
stretch. She's like so relaxed tonight.
And so I think the real question of the night is, should we send Kevin a card welcoming him to the cult,
I think so. This reminded me of the speech. Okay, I'm gonna pull a you. Remember American President? With
Did I watch it?
Michael Douglas, like.
I did not watch it.
Yes, you did. So he's giving a speech at the end. So he had like this girl who's like a lobbyist, and he like falls in love with her, but she's like.
Did not watch this.
You've seen American President.
Not.
Okay, at the end he's giving this like great speech.
Yeah.
It was like this like huge speech, and so it's not gonna make sense because you haven't seen it. But he like people are giving him grief because he's a member of some organization, and Bob like Rumpus or something. He's got some like stupid name. Is the guy running against him? And so he's finally fighting back against Bob, and he's like saying these like all these good things about this organization. He's like, I'm a card-carrying member of this, and the real question is, why aren't you Bob? But you don't know the why aren't you Bob line. So anyway, so it's kind of like the veganism thing where you just gave all these good reasons. The real question is, why aren't you? But now we have to watch American President.
Grace said, "Why do you think people are so insulted by vegans? Are they worried they have to give something up?" Yeah, I mean, I think what I always tell myself is the people that get the most offended and most intense. You know, like there is just the, people who just get their jollies off of like being, hurtful to anyone and like do it, to things they agree with and don't agree with because they're just that way. But I think the people that get the most worked up with, like the people that just can't, resist fighting and fighting and fighting, are usually the ones that are changing and they really don't like the fact that something is challenging their worldview in a way that is like it's like painful because it's like you really have to like relook at this whole world and reshape your views. And so I think that's what's dangerous about it and what people react most harshly to is like
well, they say like first they laugh at you, then they violently oppose you, then they join you.
I thought you were gonna say violate you, and I was like, whoa, I have not heard
like
this.
At the point where they're like, where people are angry and arguing, it's like that just tells me that we're closer to like the join you part. It's the part where people are like, it's genuinely threatening their worldview, just like you were saying.
And Caleb says we are such an educational channel. And Alina says, I have a great point. I just want to, let me reread that comment. Ryan has such a great point.
I know, they're all your enablers, I'm just kidding. Ryan has a lot of different
And thank you. Mireille said, yes, Ryan, so true.
Ryan is very smart.
Hold on, let me read those two comments together. Alina said, Ryan has such a great point. And Mireille said, yes, Ryan, so true.
Humility.
Caleb says I should be an educational speaker. Should I read all three together?
You should be. I think that would be great. I think we need to like send you, go on the circuit, the speaker circuit.
They'd be like, this speech was great. And then suddenly it turned to Rocky quotes and, lethal weapon references and references to George W. Bush. It just went really off the rails at some point. I think you're going to need... Oh, that's true. I should have screenshotted Alina. Be like, oh, yeah, Mallory? Well, you know what they say about me on YouTube?
Just to be clear, Ryan is not endorsing any political party.
No, I'm not.
Says that. He thinks that George W. Bush has some funny quotes.
What did I say?
I'm just saying that you're not like... 4
more years. No, I'm just kidding.
No, oh my God, he's not. That's not true. We're not going to go into any politics, but...
I wasn't.
Ryan is not endorsing.
I was talking about nuclear war codes.
I know.
And blowing up.
Brought up the name again, so I'm just saying that we're not endorsing or opposing any politicians, unless they are for, or against animals. Then we will. Cory Booker, dead to me. Just gonna say.
I mean, Nothing to Do asked, do they poop in the room? And yes, she does, but it's called the bathroom. And I feel like that's what most people do.
I do poop in the house, it's true.
Yeah. Mireille says he's cracking me up. So, and then Grace said you could make YouTube videos speaking about veganism and animals. So, I feel like I have sufficiently been boosted tonight. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
You should just make videos just talking.
After all the comments going, what the hell is he babbling about? We have no idea what happened. So.
It's true. There's a lot of hate on Facebook about not knowing what happened with Sebastian.
I am definitely feeling the lovely. Are you? Oh, I thought you were coming. I thought you were like, he needs to be on camera. This man needs to be given a podium.
Fiona, come here. My silly dog likes to be outside in really, really cold weather.
There was a goat waiting for me when I went to go outside. And, sorry, not a goat, a donkey.
We haven't had a donkey inside for a minute.
I know, but then that was when I was going to do Jenna's horns. And then the goat came and chased the donkey. And then Bonnie was there, but then she left because of the goat.
Let's just call them all by just their species and not their names, you know.
The sheep was there. Which, by the way, the donkey is a sheep if you don't know who we're talking about.
It's a very complex familial relationship. Yeah.
How, Abigail says, how do you introduce a dog and a pig and how do they get along? I mean, it depends on the age of the dog and the pig. I think a young pig can probably join a family of dogs, but you still have to like watch them. You never, just because if a fight breaks out, it can go badly because pigs bluff and dogs finish.
We never ever want to leave them unsupervised. We never do. And we never
thank you, Buckeye Bud.
In the same room with dogs and pigs together. But they can be like friends, and that certainly is something that I think people like kind of in terms of giving advice are always like scared and I was like keep them separate, but they definitely can become friends. It's just something you never want to let your guard up because they just have completely different behaviors where pigs will make really aggressive like overtures as a way of saying I don't like that, and a dog is like I'm being viciously attacked, I need to like fight to the death, and so the pig is like hey I was just telling you like no thank you. So there's a language barrier that can end up really dangerous, so you just always want to be careful.
It's very true.
And never have food be feeding either of them or feed them together in the same room or anything because pigs steal food. Dogs will usually like respect each other's bowls. Pigs do not do that at all, and it will cause some very bad feelings.
Yeah, they don't respect your bowl, their bowl. Everything is fair game, and yeah, like it is.
Dogs like wait for one to finish. They're gonna go like, you know.
Yeah. No, it is.
Very different world.
Millipede, so I'm trying to think if there's any other excitement. I mean, I feel like
figure out tomorrow, like we're just super stressful.
Oh yeah, we're
supposed to go up to Northern Virginia, which for us is like 2.5 hour drive without peeing. So probably more like 3 hours.
It's funny you said that right as like I realized that
So we were gonna go together. It's like a midday appointment, so we can take care of the animals and then go. But we're really like, I mean, Sebastian probably would benefit from just being like left alone for like 6 hours, 7 hours, whatever. But it really makes me nervous to like leave him unattended for that long, because he's been through such a horrific thing and is feeling, in such a bad way. There's really not much that we can do for him except for leave him, food and water, and of course we'd still give him all his medicine. So I don't know that's necessarily like a bad thing. I'm just like emotionally having troubles like dealing with leaving him unattended, and just like what the heck else is going to go wrong if we're not home. So Ryan may get left behind tomorrow. I don't know.
I did not know that.
You asked earlier if
I know, but I thought you came up with the plan. But yeah, no, I mean.
I don't know. I thought we hadn't decided yet.
Okay. Hey, I'm fine with that too.
At first I was like, I want to stay home. But I'm like, God, I don't want to have to be here. And what if something happens? Like, I don't have to deal with any insanity.
I thought Mireille said we should get a body cam. She said baby cam. But I was thinking body cam, like we might just lose it and then they can.
We do have a camera that we're going to get like set up for him actually. But then my fear is like, well, we're so far away. Like, what are we going to do if we like do something wrong?
Grace asked what the state flower of Virginia is, and I need to.
I have no idea. Do you know?
Me? No. I will ask Alexa and pretend like I know when I come back.
Okay, that's a good idea. Hey, Ann. Are these house pigs? Well, they are pigs who sleep in a house. They're house pigs the way I'm a house human. But yeah, they go outside during the day, and then they come in for dinner, and they snuggle up under their blankets and pillows, which they have stolen. Dog beds. There's probably hats under here, maybe a shoe, definitely dog toys. They have pulled into their nest, and then they snuggle here every night. So we've not made the well, we do have horn covers for Edna that Ryan is going to try on. They're more like generic ones. He didn't do the mold for them yet. But he did do the mold for Jenna to get horn covers. So We are bringing those tomorrow when we go to Quincy's appointment at Bionic Pets. Yes, I am a house human. You know, I feel like if we're gonna say, oh wow, that was an interesting comment. YouTube is like the Wild West, man. Like I don't even know. What is wrong with you people?
Oh, it's the flowering dogwood. I meant to say that before.
The flowering dogwood, absolutely.
And hope everyone is enjoying Tia and her children in the 2026 daily calendar that Mallory made.
You can come closer. You made it too.
Well,
Ryan helped.
I don't like to take credit. You know, everyone already knows how great I am, and I don't want to.
But you need to give them times to realize how great I am. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Grace said what I would give to cuddle them. They're very cuddleable.
Yeah, they really are. I feel like Grace knows where her next trip's gonna be.
Feel like she does.
Colt headquarters.
Colt headquarters. Get in the cuddle puddle. Who you're cleaning, is this not hard? We get a lot of like straw on the floor, but it's just they go bury themselves in it because it's cold and bring that in. But pigs are generally very clean, so, and plus dirt just like falls off of them. Shaw's nudging me. I have to take the camera back. So yeah, it's definitely not super hard to keep. I mean, our house gets messy because it's tiny and we're really busy. But
do you see Turbo says I have 2 900-pound pigs in my house at the moment?
oh, I remember Turbo from the other night. That's awesome. We need to see pictures. I love that. I don't know. I mean, so like Esther the Wonder Pig obviously was like it, but that was one. There's 2 900-pound pigs.
Grace is suggesting maybe getting married at our farm. With an LOL at the end, but I think it's like it's like an awkward laughter of like, "Hey, can I, guys?"
No, we're
and
totally
you know,
down for that. You can 100% get married here. It can't be like a huge wedding because like I don't know that it's facially like, but yes, totally. If you want to get married, no pressure, no pressure.
Yeah.
Kevin, if you're listening, you know, just saying. You want to redo a proposal here?
The cult requires it. You know, I mean, that's pretty much a cult requirement, right? You have to get married here.
I mean, we have to approve Kevin. I don't know if she can even.
Oh, that's true. We need you to send over some of Kevin's statistics and
Kevin, so, you know, make sure because it sounds like he is what do they call it in Scientology? A suppressive person.
Yeah.
If he's anti-cult, we can bring Kevin into the fold. I'm totally kidding. Kind of.
Yeah.
Ish. A little. If I could wink, I would right now. I'd be winking.
She can't. Show him your wink, though.
No.
Show him your wink. Everybody wants to see Mallory's wink.
Okay, come here. Fine.
Oh,
Which
dear.
eye do you want?
Right.
That felt like actually decent. Okay, wait. Do you want my left one? Here's my left one.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Oh.
Like, I adore this girl. So when I see her do that, I love it. But you are free to have your own opinions on that.
You're so mean.
Mireille
Back on Thursday, Ryan.
Mireille suggested that we need pre-approval for Kevin, like a process of pre-approval.
Our requirements are very good.
If you want to tell him, Grace, that you forgot to consult your cult before accepting his proposal, like that will buy you a little time, you know, if needed.
I just feel like this overwhelming desire to become friends with Kevin. Like,
Yeah.
it's like this, like, kind of like, oh, you can't. You know what I mean? So now I'm like, I want to. I feel like I want Kevin to like us and hang out with us and be our friend. We're going to get Kevin.
Alina says, those eyelashes are amazing.
Who on Charlotte?
You.
Oh, on me?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Waklajar Zabik said, how are my little babies doing today? They are.
I'm doing wonderful.
And the pigs are doing splendid here. And then Mireille said, oh my God, she really does have great eyelashes. You're so right. So, which ones are these today?
The tulips.
Tulips.
Ryan got me these for...
or daisies, as I call them.
The daisies are a different kind. Ryan got me these for Christmas. So they're magnetic eyelashes. I'm just saying, like, I tried other eyelashes because I like can't really wear makeup. It just gets smeared everywhere, so I like never have makeup on. But these are like magnetic, so you just like stick them on, and you don't have to like rip out your eyelashes or anything. So, and I can't afford. I've been told by Ryan that we can't afford for me to go get them professionally. So But I like the magnetic.
We're a little on the poor side.
We're a little on the poor side.
And Grace said, I was thinking though about doing a hashtag thing where people could scan and donate to a pig sanctuary. So, and then she says she's literally laughing out loud.
Good.
And she thinks that Kevin's jealous. You know?
Okay, Kevin.
Yeah.
You can join. You can join. He'll join.
And Mireille
Kevin's gonna be our BFF.
Mireille loves the red hair. That is her red hair.
Oh yeah, this is my red
And I never thought I'd be married to a redhead, you know? Not that like I was opposed to it. It just had never crossed my mind, you know? Like it was never like, oh, like
you would be blessed with that option.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got that auburn hair, and it like is like the greatest color in the world ever.
I feel embarrassed on these compliments. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say.
And Michael X. Christian, which there was another name that went with that, said, if you can had to recast Rocky with animals, who would be who?
Ooh, this is like Ryan's favorite question.
Oh, and Alina said, Mather, I get them done every now and then, and they are super expensive and harm your real eyelashes.
I know, I've heard that you have to like get them taken off, and then you have to like let your eyelashes grow back. It's probably for the best. But yeah, but the magnetic kinds don't hurt your eyelashes at all. So I'll message you about it. Like I've experimented. But answer the Rocky question.
Okay, Rocky. I mean, I feel like Grace says Mallory is stunning.
Aww.
So, I feel like Sebastian is definitely like Rocky at the end or the middle of Rocky 3 when he just gets like beat up really bad and like he's gonna retire and like has to like make a comeback.
By like just sheer coincidence of his current situation of having
Yeah.
beat up really bad.
I mean, Tia's clearly the Russian, like Drago.
Yeah.
Like,
Tia is the Russian. Is the Russian like a really good parent though? Because like Tia's like a really good parent.
I don't
Like,
know.
there's like these two different sides of Tia, the turkey. So she's like a great mom. Like her kids can do no wrong. They're literally like turkeys have this like skin that hangs down, and their kids like with their little beaks are like playing with her chin skin, and I'm like, oh, she's gonna give it to him. And she's just like, let's like they can literally do nothing wrong. And then she has a blood feud with Sebastian and like almost murders him. So I don't know. There's two sides to her. But
and the pigs smell good, and their hair is definitely prickly. Sorry, someone was asking. I was thinking about it, but I also wanted to have you quickly do a Wasato commercial for us. You know, the eye magnet.
These are tulips. And they're the boldest kind.
Wow.
I don't know. They've got the longer band.
Yeah, she has all these videos on TikTok that are like constantly coming up, and they're so ungodly annoying.
I get so mad but they're like show you all the different kinds of eyelashes and stuff. Wasato's the brand I prefer.
But yeah, Wasato is the one she likes. But back to Rocky.
Most important thing.
Yeah, it's like hard. I'm trying to
what
like.
Other characters are there that you need to
I mean, there's like Apollo, and Adrian. I mean, Adrian. I feel like Elton might be Adrian, just like real unassuming. Like seems like he'd work at a pet store, a bookstore, or as a librarian or something. That vibe.
We're really bird centric here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just thinking of the fighting ones because that's usually the ones that are fighting. And Happy New Year, Spec TV Fitness. And Grace said, what's Virginia like? Do we live, wait for it, next to Linda Tripp?
I don't know where Linda Tripp lives, so. No. We are a little bit far from the DC area. We're like on the coast. Virginia's nice. It gets like a little humid. It's like, Williamsburg is different than other parts of Virginia, but it's nice. We're like in between. We're like where it starts to get like a little more rural, but there's still like a Target super close, and so we're like in like suburban life. But we're like on the edge. We're like rural begins, so it's a nice spot.
And out every window in Virginia are two cow best friends just chilling, hanging out together.
You live on Maxton Lane.
Or the
Oh,
end.
loaded. That's the other funny thing is like, you know, some people are so like, oh, I don't want my address to get out there, like worried about personal information, and I'm like, everyone knows where I live.
Yeah, if you are planning something bad for us,
we have lots of cameras though.
We do have a lot of cameras, so it will be recorded, but that was always my theory when I used to do activism. I was like, someone's probably going to kill me, but it will be recorded and probably be a great video. And Grace wants to know if we've been to Seattle. And then we should probably go because it's been like an hour and some.
I don't know if I've been to Seattle. I don't think so. Have you?
No.
I was like, you know, I grew up on the West Coast.
I haven't been. I haven't been north of California, like directly north. I drove home through like a lot of like the, you know, the empty states, but what's in Northern California?
Is it Berkeley?
Yeah, that's as far north. Oh, you gotta holster this boy. Here. And Spec TV wants a cow. Here is said wiener holster. Now, sheath that man's sword, dang it. Yes, I've been to San Francisco. I know that because that is where Charlotte and Pumpkin ripped the spare blanket in the Hilton.
A story you were supposed to keep secret and you told.
I mean, what is the Hilton gonna come find me?
She's like, you know, that kind of pig. Like she's like, you know, she's a little uppity, stays at the Hilton.
Yeah, like that's she refuses to stay at anything less. And yes, this is our semi-Chihuahua Odin. He's got a lot more. Mostly Cujo. Fiona would like him too.
His back seems so much better.
Yeah, he does seem a lot better.
And he's been doing some stupid stuff, like trying to jump up on the couch, but like.
Thank you, Spec TV. Spec TV donated to our fundraiser.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I really use it.
But
I've not seen him like shaking or seen like.
She is not a motel piggy. She has stayed at them before, and she says, no, thank you. Like, my daughter and I and Charlotte and our rabbit stayed at a motel once where we looked out the window and someone grabbed someone's bags and their car and drove off as the person was chasing them yelling. And
Never again. I didn't Tesla?
What?
You took Tesla?
Yeah, Tess would come with us. Tess would just chill on the bed with us, like, and sleep there with, like, I have, like, pictures of Rue just, like, laying there watching TV with, like, Tess laying next to her. Where was it at? I think it was in Pennsylvania, maybe, like, up that way. But, yeah, we've been some places with that pig. That pig has been to, like, more colleges than I can remember. So. She was probably so happy to have a break after like all the like you've seen the videos where like she has no milk left and Charlotte is just headbutting her. Yes, and she like was like in so much pain and yet she would just do whatever Charlotte wanted. So all right, well, thank you very much, Spec TV, for joining us. She said, I got to get back to work, but Happy New Year. And good luck with your donations I donated to. I'm a California girl. Happy New Year, and absolutely love this live. Thank you for joining us. And, in fact, thank you, everybody. I appreciate everyone saying nice things about Mallory and I tonight. That was delightful. Maybe she will be in a better mood, and I will live to see you all tomorrow at 9. But I'm not going to count on it, especially now that I said that. But we love the time we hang out with you. Honestly, we're usually sometimes coming into it in like a really rough mood and usually leave it in a really good mood.
Yeah,
so,
I feel so much better than I did when we started.
I was kind of thinking, oh, God, I hope like it has the usual effect and cheers her up. I was like, oh my God, please let this save me from this hell. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so we loved hanging out with you. Thank you, Grace, for making our night.
Thank you, Grace.
And
That really like made my night and like uplifted my spirits.
and thank you, Alina, Caleb, and Mireille for hanging with us all night on YouTube
Also, I'm so excited
too.
we're having a wedding here. I'll start
And
planning.
yeah,
I'll start planning.
we're gonna start decorating today. You let us know.
But seriously, if you want to get married here, you can. Like, for realsies. For
So,
realsies. I won't start decorating yet, but you just let us know.
so, and Jenna can be your cow of honor if you want. You know, like she goes both ways.
She's been
She
best
can
cow.
be maid of, I mean, cow, best cow, or, you know, if Kevin's down. So, all right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.